Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So we are back to the old setup. I got my camera working finally. I was messing with it all night, and finally it worked. So back to the old ways of what's going on. I kind of wanted to go over a couple things with you guys. Obviously, we're talking about last game against the Pittsburgh Steelers the other day, but not just that, but there's other things within the NFC East as well. So let's get straight into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? Everyone's having a fantastic day. So I want to go over a couple things here. And I think what's really important right now is talking about certain players on our team that really aren't getting enough reps and what's going on within that. When we talk about Zach Pascal getting his touchdown, really opened my eyes. I mean, because really he's been pretty much just been the blocking, doing all the dirty work for us, really since the season started. And whether he gets 1 or 2 reps, you can always rely on him to come in as a wide receiver, whether he plays inside, outside. But QUEZ Watkins has just disappeared. They targeted him once. I think that was a really good throw by Jalen Hurts. He had both his hands on it, could have grabbed it, but he just didn't. And that's just what it is. QUEZ Watkins has gotten better every single year. But you look at what he's done the past 4 games, 5 games at this point. The last time he even had yards was against the Cardinals with 19 yards. That's it. 19 yards for 3 targets. Okay? And you know what? This doesn't mean that QUEZ Watkins is a bad player. This doesn't mean anything. Okay, all this means is that they haven't schemed him enough. And I think that's it. The guy can have all the speed, but if you're not getting schemed to this offense, then I don't know. Are they not using him for a certain reason? I don't know. There were certain times we were complaining in OTAs that, Jalen Hurts is not throwing the ball to A.J. Brown enough, and we were complaining about that, and there's no chemistry, and all I said was stay patient and wait. It will be there. Okay? Zach Pascal was Nick Sirianni's pet coming to the Philadelphia Eagles on a $1.1 million deal, okay? That was dirt cheap and reliable as your number 4 receiver, all right? So got to give this guy some credit. And what a lot of people think about Zach Pascal being the number 4, that he's not reliable. Let me tell you something, man. That guy has really good. The breaks of his routes are really good, really fast. You see how they schemed him so well. He got open, ran for that touchdown so easily. Obviously, it was a lot of trickery with their offense. You know what I mean? So I like Zach Pascal a lot, but could there be a possibility they're going to put in more Zach Pascal than QUEZ Watkins? We were kind of afraid of this was going to happen. And, like I said, look at the 5 games that QUEZ has played, 19 yards in the past 5 games. That is it. Okay, really, he hasn't done anything since the Monday night game against the Vikings when he had that, that go route touchdown in the end zone. So I'm not thinking it's a huge problem right now, but I'm glad we have Zach Pascal here. He was with Nick Sirianni with the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, Zach Pascal went from a few years ago to a number 5, to a number 4, to a number 3, went from a number 2 to a number 1, back to a number 2. He's almost had the duty, and he has a lot of experience, the starting experience, and being that number 1 guy if he had to. Even if he knew he wasn't the number 1 guy, he played like it, okay? And like I said, does all the dirty work, just doesn't get it, and like gets his chances. I think he's earned his chance to get into this game. And, when the Eagles are undefeated, they got to be careful what they're doing because they don't want to change the offense too much. But because Pascal's been doing such a great job doing the dirty work and blocking for us, I'm really surprised they even threw a pass to him because really even the past few weeks, sometimes he'll get 1 to 2 reps, and sometimes he wasn't even getting that, and he was just out there blocking. So it's not a bad thing at all. It's nice to have a number 4 receiver that could really step up when you need him to, and it's a great thing. I have all my faith in the world in QUEZ Watkins. Don't know how he feels about it and probably doesn't care because the winning heals everything at the end of the day. Okay, that's what I could say about that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, but I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on, could they phase QUEZ Watkins out of this offense and put more, and just put more Zach Pascal in? I'm not saying that they don't know how to scheme QUEZ Watkins, but Zach Pascal has been with Nick for so long, he just knows how to use him, and this was the chance for him to use him. And you could kind of surprise teams with this too, kind of like when J.J. Arcega-Whiteside would catch like a ball, two balls in a couple of games, and when teams don't expect it, you could throw that out there and really surprise teams when you really need that first down. So it's a great thing to see. I'm glad that our number 4 can step in if you have to, but I want to see more QUEZ. I hope they give him more chances and see what he could do. So it should be really interesting. Now, secondly, I want to go over the New York Giants are 6-2 right now. They lost 27-13 against the Seattle Seahawks, which I thought it was going to be a tough game, but I thought the Giants were going to win. I thought the Giants were going to win this game, but Seattle really, this game was just defense, just over turnovers and turnovers and turnovers. That's what that game was all about. So I watched the rest of the game when I got home. And, the Giants now are back 2 games. The Dallas Cowboys are back 2 games. So at this point, the Eagles get a little bit more cushion now. So we feel a little bit more comfortable. We don't face the Giants for, a good amount of time, really till late in the season. And then that last game against the Giants is probably not even going to matter because the Eagles are probably going to be resting their players by that time for the playoffs, as well as the Giants, as well as the Cowboys, because really the 3 NFC East teams, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, are going to be in the playoffs. And I think one of those teams is going to be in the Super Bowl. And I'm saying it right now. I think one of those teams, and I don't like to say it too much, I feel like one of those 3 teams will be in the Super Bowl this year. And I think we have the better chance than the other 2 teams. I think we have the better chance to get far in the playoffs. I think we have a huge chance to be the first seed. I feel like there's a lot going for us right now. And when you become undefeated every single week, teams are going to give you their best when you're undefeated because they're going to mark that game on the calendar, that you're the most important game because a team wants to give you their best and really show you what's up on the field. So the thing I respect about the Giants so much is that defense with Wink Martindale, because I got to say their coaching staff is ridiculously good. I like Brian DeBall, quarterback-friendly coach. Mike Kafka's the offensive coordinator, fantastic. Was with KC with Andy Reid. And Wink Martindale is probably my favorite coach that they have because look at the Ravens defense right now. It's really bad. After he left, that was it. They haven't replaced that type of production, and that Giants defense is really tough, and they don't give up. The offense barely has weapons, but that defense is carrying that offense so good this year. I can't believe they're even 6-2 at this point. It's kind of nuts. Washington's starting to win, 2-game win streak without Carson Wentz. It's kind of crazy how the NFC East is rolling right now. So who knows? The Giants and Cowboys still got to face the Vikings. They still got to face a couple teams that, they could lose to. So there could be a possibility in that. The schedules are very clear for the NFC East between at least the 3 teams in Giants, Cowboys, Eagles that they're pretty damn near easy schedules. And I'm not going to say easy as in, we should cakewalk them, but there's nothing on there that really scares me other than maybe facing Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That's really the only game I'm like, but they still are not playing well. Okay, there's really nothing between them and maybe the Tennessee Titans that are playing a little bit better now. Other than that, I can't really see anything else on the schedule that's telling me that, they can lose. And if the Eagles play the 4 quarters that they have been playing, even the domination that they pulled off against the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially in that second half, I think that was the best second half game they have played. And I think it kind of switched from the first half a little bit. I thought obviously the first half played really well, and then the second half I thought they played well too, but obviously things to clean up. But we always say that every single week. That's just nitpicking on a lot of things. So I think the Giants are definitely a team that, we can't take lightly. I don't think they will take lightly. We haven't faced them yet, and I think it's going to be really important. Okay, Eagles are undefeated so far when it comes to not just record, but divisional opponents, which is good because that's really important. But I just kind of want to talk about the Giants and just give my glance at what they look like so far and how tough their defense is, because they could, when the Giants are behind, that defense will pull them out of it. When the offense gets into a hole, the defense will pull them out of the situation that they're in. And the Seahawks played a very, very tough game. It really came down to turnovers. And I was kind of shocked the Seahawks won. I thought the Giants were going to win that game as well. So them getting that loss definitely helps the Eagles in the long run right now So the Eagles get a little bit more cushion because, the Giants are right on our tail now, 2 games behind. The Cowboys 2 games behind. And obviously, the Washington Commanders won the last 2 of their games. So this should be really, really interesting. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the Giants so far. And really, don't be biased about it. Like, really just give me your full thoughts on the Giants if you can. Like, it is what it is. Like, I think we're going to beat them anyway. But, that defense, it looks really good. I'm not worried about their offense too much, but Saquon Barkley's playing really well right now. But that defense by Wink Martindale is doing a really good job. Really, really good job. And obviously the QUEZ Watkins, Zach Pascal. Do you think that QUEZ Watkins is getting phased out of this offense? Do you think he'll get his chances? Why has he disappeared the past 5 games? Is interesting. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys on the next one. And you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.